Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kids TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that post notification. Anytime I bring you this heat, this action, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive it. No further ado, I want to talk about this O.J. Simpson comments that he made, if you will, about the former wide receiver for the Oakland Raiders, you know what I mean, Henry Ruggs, being sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison. Now, for you all that may not be familiar with that situation, because I know everybody's not sports fans, Henry Ruggs was convicted. Actually, he pled guilty. He didn't go to trial. He was driving at roughly, I think they said 117 miles an hour, and he ran into a car at a stop sign. The car burst into flames and exploded, and the woman that was driving, the young lady that was driving the car, she was relatively young. I don't remember the exact age. I want to say 23, but somewhere in that range, she was young. She unfortunately didn't make it, you know, and along with the dog that she had in the car. Henry Ruggs, you know, he was drunk. I think he tested maybe 3 times the limit or close to it. But nevertheless, you know, he was immediately arrested, charged. The Raiders cut him the next day, I believe. And it was his second year in the league, you know. So I think he played 2 years in the league. So he's been, you know, on house arrest this whole time, you know, complying with all the terms of the court. And he just recently pled guilty, like I said, 3 to 10. That's what you call a tail sentence. Basically, what that means is you do a minimum of 3 years, but you can do up to 10. So you'll do 3 years, and then, you know, you'll go up for parole, go up for review. And at that point, if the parole board feels like, you know what I mean, you've been rehabilitated, they can let you go. Or they could say, nah, give us another 2 years, give us another 3 years. So that's what a tail sentence is. Anytime you see, you know, 2 to 6 or 10 to 20, the lower number, the latter number, is the number that you have to do before you go up for parole. Now, O.J. Simpson chimed in, and he said he thinks that it's a shame and Ruggs should have received more time, because O.J., in his case with the robbery in Vegas that happened several years ago, he received, I want to say 9 to 33. I want to say 9 to 33, which he had to do 9 years. And O.J. feels like O.J. has the audacity to say, I didn't even hurt anybody in my case. Nobody even got robbed. Nobody even was injured in my case. Nobody died. Nobody. And it's like, okay, O.J., but you can't just bust up into a hotel room with dudes that got guns, you know what I mean, and go in there and take your stuff back. Yeah, it's your stuff, but that's just not the proper way of doing things, you know what I mean? Not to mention, we all know what happened with the first case that you had. Now, while you're, you know, busy screaming, I didn't hurt anybody, I haven't killed anybody, O.J., let's keep it real, O.J. Let's, you know, let's keep it real. And people spared you, man. Johnny Cochran. If it wasn't for Johnny Cochran, you probably be in penitentiary right now or executed. That's the first thing, O.J. Secondly, you come right back and do some foolery like that, knowing there's cameras everywhere. There's cameras everywhere, man. And you go in there like that. Not to mention, even though they gave you 9 to 33, the people let you out first time up on parole. They didn't even use your past against you. And people let you out, man, which surprised the heck out of me. So yeah, you did 9. Pause. But you should have did way, way, way more than that. You feel me? I understand we all have a right to an opinion. We all have a right to, you know, say what we think. But OJ, you the last person that should be saying anything about anybody getting over in the justice system. You know, Henry Ruggs, he made a terrible, terrible mistake, man. And condolences go out to that young lady's family. You know, she's sitting, just imagine, you just sitting at a stoplight. You on your way going to wherever you going to. Same way I'm talking now. I'm doing this video right now, and just out of nowhere, boom, somebody just wipes me out. A young lady was sitting there not bothering anybody. And, you know, Ruggs made a terrible mistake. You know, he's taking accountability. He's had to undergo mental health evaluations, in-house mental, you know what I mean, for his mental. Not trying to make him the victim, because he's definitely not the victim. The young lady was the victim and her family's the victim. Not to mention the dog, because a lot of times people view their dogs as, you know, just like a human, part of the family. Dog didn't deserve that either. You know, so Ruggs, you know, he'll never play in the NFL again. I don't give a damn if he gets out in another, because I think they're going to give him credit for the year that he's already been on house arrest. So he does another 2 years, and let's just say they let him out. NFL's not having that. He'll never, in my opinion, he'll never play in the NFL again. It's a whole lot of millions of dollars, because he was pretty good. If y'all don't know, if you're not familiar, look him up, Henry Ruggs. He was very good, man. And he was just on his rookie contract, so, and a lot of that got voided, so he didn't make a lot of money like people think. NFL voided that. He'll never go pro again or be in the pros. Whole lot of millions of dollars that he's not going to receive. Plus, I'm sure the family sued him. Quite sure, as they should. So, you know, he's going to have to take his experience whenever he does get out and use it in a different capacity by helping people and making these young guys understand that, you know, when you out here, you got to make better choices and better decisions and have no men around you. No men is somebody's going to say, no, I'm not giving you these keys. You've been drinking too much. You don't need to drive. No, you don't need to purchase this. No, you don't need to kick it with these females. No, you don't need to go to this club. That's a no man that's not afraid to tell you no. A lot of people, they have hanger-ons around them because they there for the ride. So they don't want to say, well, bro, you shouldn't do this, because they afraid they get sent home. Nah, man. He needs some, you know, these guys need no men around them. And like I said, you know, OJ, man, he went in on it. You know, OJ makes himself the victim often. And he's still talking about, and I went in and I just got my stuff back. You know, and I was just trying to get my stuff. That's all I wanted was my stuff. Check out the final sentence in O.J. Simpson if y'all haven't seen it. I just wanted my stuff. So you go in with some goons, man, that got guns, and you talk, shut your bitch ass up, man. Y'all went through the whole you digs. Check it out, it's online. And true indeed, it may have been your stuff, but like I said, man, it's channels of command. You don't just go in there and do it, you know, particularly in your case, OJ. So I think you wrong, OJ. I think you dead wrong for having anything to say about this young man's situation, man. You need to sit back, stay out of the limelight, stay out of the public like you've been doing. Collect your pension, $25,000, $30,000 you get in a month. You know, collect your bread and other little business ventures that you have, but you just bursting on the scene as though, you know, you the old OJ, man. You ain't got no love out here like that no more, OJ. Yeah, they love you. Still people that love you, but I'm saying, don't speak on that man's situation, man. It was, you know, it was tragic. It was very, very, very tragic. But it's a difference between doing something inadvertently and doing what you allegedly did. It's a big difference, OJ. Come on, man. Come on, OJ. Come on, OJ. Just call a spade a spade. So, Mr. Simpson, I noticed that you had cuts on your knuckles and then on your hands. Oh, yeah, I was cutting some vegetables up in the kitchen the other day, and I must have sliced myself. Conveniently, after what happened, you just happen to slice yourself. Come on, OJ. You wrong, OJ. You dead wrong. Nevertheless, man, Real Kids TV wanted to just chime in, speak on it. You know, a young man's gonna have a tough time. He's never been in any trouble. So these next 2-3 years, however many years he has to do, it's gonna be rough on him. But at least he's still here. He gets to hug his family. If he has kids, his mother, you know. So, again, Ruggs is not the victim. The young lady's family, along with her and the dogs, the victim. And I feel for him. Real Kids TV, man. Hopefully you like the video, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that post notification. I'm a small channel, you all. I'm just trying to grow. Let's grow together. Pause. But we can't grow together if y'all don't hit the post notification. You got to know that I'm dropping a video. Millions of videos on YouTube. Millions. So hit that post notification. I bring this action. You receive the action. You like the action. You share the action. Just that simple. Real Kids TV. We out.